Hey guys, Keely Reason here, owner of Love Hope Adventure, where I blog about the marriage, relationship, intimacy, and marriage and how you can go deeper with your spouse. And today I'm reviewing this product, the Morning Upgrade Cards. So what is this and how do you use it and why should you buy it? Okay, so what it is, it's a card that helps you to do a morning routine, a very small, very short morning routine. Why are morning routines important? I think they're important because it's an intentional way of starting your day and helping you to reflect on your previous day, what you have going on coming up this day, just thinking. I am really bad about thinking. I don't take time, I don't stop, I don't think, I just do and I do. And these cards and the things that prompt-wise on these cards that I've been filling out have actually made me slow down and think. So that's been very beneficial to me. Also, I'm a Christian and I want to spend my morning first thing just reading a scripture and spending a few minutes in prayer. And these cards have actually helped me to keep that up at the forefront of my mind as well. So let me just tell you how I used them. So they have 5 prompts, 5 writing prompts, and then a meditation prompt and an exercise prompt. And so the first thing that it says is, what's your number one priority for the day? There is enough space for you to write 3 or 4 things. So if you had a couple of things on your mind of priorities of things you're trying to do, write them here. This is very helpful if you get overwhelmed easily, or if you're feeling like pulled and weighed down because of all the stuff on you. Just simply writing it out can be very helpful. And I found doing this every day, I usually get to this thing that's my priority. And I will tell you that because I'm writing it down, I think it's solidifying it. Whereas if I just think in my mind, I think this is something I should do today, but maybe I didn't want to do it, I tend to push it off. What are you grateful for? I think it's very, very important that we are thankful and grateful to God for everything He's blessed us with. This specific day, I put the sound of trains in my neighborhood. It doesn't have to be huge or big, but the sounds of trains in my neighborhood has been something I've been hugely grateful for because it reminds me of where I grew up. What's my biggest win from yesterday? This has been very difficult for me because I am the kind of person who does not like to recognize the things I accomplish. I also really struggle when other people recognize the things I accomplish. I tend to really push that away. So this has been a challenge for me because it's making me really think about, well, what did I accomplish? What did I do? What do I feel proud about? Whatever, and writing it right here. And a lot of days I've found that the thing I wrote as my top priority the previous day, that's the thing I end up putting in the win section. Okay, the back of the card says, who will you reach out today? I actually really appreciate that section because I have always reached out to people my whole life. I'll think about a friend or I'll think about somebody that I've had conversation with because I'm a huge relationships person, obviously. Love Hope Adventure. I help you with your relationships. I definitely am the kind of person who will check in with people and just see, how is that thing that you asked me to pray for going? How's that thing you shared with me going? So this has helped me be much more intentional, and truthfully, it has really challenged me because I have this circle of people that I'm going to check in with, and that group does change a lot, but this is making me every single day look for a new person to reach out to. What's on your mind? I don't always have things on my mind. So there have been mornings where I've had a little bit more time where I'm really think about what's on your mind, Keely, because I also have a tendency to just minimize anything I'm thinking about, especially if it's negative. If it's negative, I'm not going to think about that. Even if it's positive, I tend to try not to think about that either. I just tend to do, and I don't really want to stop. So some mornings there's nothing on my mind, I can't think of anything. Sometimes there is something and I write that down. But the other thing I do in this section is I write down my verse of the day. This helps me to immediately just make that. So what's on my mind? Well, I don't really know, but now what's going to be on my mind is the scripture that I just wrote down. So, this day I wrote Psalms 23:4. This day I wrote Hebrews 4:2. So where do I get the verse of the day? I use the Bible app. You can get it for free. It's in the App Store. The Bible app has, when you log in and you're on your home screen, it gives you a very short verse of the day. Some days when I have a little more time, I will watch the little video blurb that they do. They have started doing some like story type of things. So when you pull it up, there's your verse of the day. And then there's someone who did a very short devotional. It's like a 1-minute devotional. They're just sharing some thoughts about that verse. So some mornings when I have extra time, I'll do that. And then the next thing on the card says meditate for 5 minutes. So what I do is I pray and I say, God, please just like speak to me right now. Open my mind. What do you want to say to me? What do you want me to focus on? God, please just let me sit in your presence and be silent and listen. And that's what I do for my meditation most days. If I find that I'm really struggling to focus on God and I close my eyes and I just visualize him, just me in front of him, and for you, for your meditation, maybe there is something else that you do, some other type of clearing of your mind and just being silent. If I'm struggling and I have a lot of thoughts coming in my mind that aren't from God, it's just my mind racing, I will pull up the Insight Timer app and I will find a meditation that will help me just think about what they do. So there are some Bible verse meditations people do. There's some others for gratitude, whatever. There's plenty of 5-minute meditations on there that you can listen to. But I typically just sit quietly in God's presence during this time. And then the last thing is exercise for 5 minutes. I usually just cut on fun music that I like to dance to, and I dance around and really get going while I'm getting ready or letting the dogs out or whatever it is, maybe even while I'm preparing the coffee. So for the exercise part, just the whole idea behind it is to get moving. So that's my review of the Morning Upgrade cards. Here's the stack again. You get 100 cards. I'm going to put a link to the product in this video description, so go check it out. Follow me at lovehoopadventure.com and sign up for my newsletter. And every week I'll send you the most recent post, anonymous questions I get, anything else that's on my mind. lovehoopadventure.com/newsletter, and I look forward to hearing from you.